Hello, it's Anjy here in Kelowna, British Columbia, where it's October and the weather's just gorgeous. But what I'm going to do today is I am going to harvest this sunflower. I know I showed you how to harvest the seeds, but I realized that you can make flour from the stalk, and this one is huge. So today I'm going to cut this stalk, harvest it, and show you how to make flour from the sunflower stalk. So to do this, the most important thing is that you have on sunflower shoes, which I do have on to make the job go easier, I hope. Next thing I'm going to do with this is that I am going to actually cut it down. So I have borrowed this because the stalk is very, very thick. So the first thing I'm going to do here is go at the bottom and I'm going to saw it. So I'm going to have to take me a little while to saw this. Maybe I'll go right here. Oops, I should have an electric one. Here, this is going to, I think this is going to take me a while to do. Wow, this is big. Okay, so I've got to cut the head off and then I'm going to harvest it. And what it is at the bottom here, if you look, inside it, there's this a very smushy kind of stuff inside here. And we have to take that out, and that's what is going to make the flour. I've never done this before, so this could be an interesting experiment. And I'm going to cut off this string that I had tying it up here. Let's get that off. Gonna take all the leaves off. I'll deal with all that afterwards. So now that's my stalk. I'm gonna figure out how to cut it. What if I can break it like this? Now that I've got it here. Whoa, that is really one little tough stalk. So I might have, that's such a tough stalk that I'm not sure how I'm going to cut it open, but I will figure that one out. That'll be the next thing that I have to do here. Let's figure that out. Where have we gone here? Well, this wasn't easy to do, so we're looking at some alternatives how to do this. So we're using the saw for it. I think that will work fine. Just got to make sure the saw is clean. I'm cutting this up here, and as you just heard, Tony doesn't like to have the camera in his face all the time. So
you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah. So what he's doing now, he's cleaning off this blade here.
The bandsaw, you just open up this thing and you can turn it by hand, and then I hold a cloth against the blade and get it all nice and clean.
Okay, so that's the way we're going to cut it because it's going to be too long to cut in half. Okay?
I'm just using a sawzall, and I'm just going to, it's just a kind of a rough blade for cutting wood.
Lot of
Boom.
lot of work to making this.
Just like that.
I hope that it's good flour.
Okay, so now Anjy's going to split these in half using a 10-inch bandsaw with a clean blade.
this is what they look like inside.
Did you know that sunflower flour has only a few grams of carbs, and it's got a pretty good quantity of protein, and it's obviously pretty organic.
So this is actually a fun thing to do. I'm not quite sure once the scanner said how it's going to work, but we're going to take this center part out here, and it's kind of sort of squishy. It's very hard on the outside, but this is sort of soft here. So I have actually got an apple corer here, and I'm going to scrape these pieces out, hopefully do this without cutting my fingers, and I'm going to shove it through like this and see if this is the easiest way. I'm sure by the time I get to the end I'll have figured out an easier way to do this. So I came out and I got a board because I could see what was going to happen here is that I'm going to end up gouging the table out, but now I'm just going to kind of keep scraping it onto this board here. So like everything you do, after you do it for a while it gets easier. So I got that one, and I'm going to start this one, and I think it might be better if I do it like this because I've got more things. Yeah, definitely, once you get it started it's easier. So I'm going scraping it out here. Whoops, some on the floor here. I don't know how much flour that's going to make. So what you're taking out, as I said before, is just the white part in the center. Oh, it's going everywhere. Okay, it's a good thing I retired because this takes a long time. I wouldn't be able to do this if I was working. Okay, so another one done. Okay, it did get easier as I'm going because I realized that I can actually just push it in here, scrape it all the way down like this. It's definitely got easier. And then when you pull these parts out, you can scrape the rest, but it seems to be working better when I do have it on this board. Much better, so I can get the pieces out faster. Yeah, and then once you get that out, then you just scrape the rest out with your tool. So I think that's pretty good. I think I got that. Well, this definitely has got easier, as I said, and some pieces get easier, but it's this white part here. I'm doing it back to front now, but look, I'm getting it out pretty relatively quickly now, and then you scrape it out as you go afterwards. Do you know, it's really interesting that you can use every single part of the sunflower, and I didn't know that. The sunflower is, the seeds are edible, the petals are edible, the leaves are edible. I'm not sure what you do with the stalks, but somebody said they're so tough. Somebody said just keep them and you can use them as stakes for your plants for next year, for your beans or whatever you want to do. I don't grow beans, but you know, it's kind of interesting. This was a really, really big one here. So I finished this now, and this is how much I've got. So what I have to do now is I have to go and dry this. So I'm going to take it inside and put it in the oven on a very low setting and dry it. So I had this in the air fryer. I dehydrated it and I had it on 150 for 2 hours, and it literally comes out, it really does feel like styrofoam. Now the reason I couldn't put it in my oven, because I forgot we're waiting for a repairman, and the 1, 2 and 4 does not work on the oven. So I can have 350, 300, but nothing with the 1 on it. But so the next thing is we have to blend this, and I'm going to be putting it into the blender here, and we'll see what happens. So I've got it into the blender here, and I'm just going to turn this on, and I'm going to put it on low. Maybe I'll try it a little higher. And a bit higher. So this is how much flour I got quite a lot of it. I think I'm going to run it through just a little bit more, or otherwise I have to sift it through. But it really wasn't as hard as I thought. And boy, does it ever smell nice. Really smells lovely. So I'm going to put it in the blender one more time. So, the last time I was here, I showed you the bowl with the sunflower flour. And I had a frying pan, but now I got an empty bowl. So, I accidentally deleted the videos of the sunflower, me making the pancakes. So I'm going to tell you all about that. So I had the flour in the bowl, I mixed an egg with it to mix it up, and I did make actually a pancake with it. Was it good? It was okay. It did a little bit of a different flavor, but I can tell you something, the amount of work I did to get that little pancake, and I wish I had the video of that, because Tony didn't dare say he didn't like that pancake, because I went to a heck of a lot of work to make a sunflower flour pancake. But it was edible and it was okay. Would I do it again? Nah, I think I'm gonna just go up to the store and buy a bag of flour. It's much easier, it's much quicker. If the world blows up and sometime I have to make a sunflower flour, yeah, I probably will do it if there's a necessity that I have to, but it'd have to be a catastrophic necessity for me to ever make sunflower flour again.